What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Mega Man 2 Randomizer Tournament Speedgaming Live 2023. My name is Charlie Boy. This is a semi-final match between McBobX and magnetfirstbro. It is very early in the morning for me. I say very early. I mean, 8 a.m. isn't really very early. I mean, I guess it is whenever you watch wrestling pay-per-views and stay up way past your bedtime, but I digress. Yeah, but this ought to be a banger of a match. Just waiting for these guys to ready up, and I'm gonna let you guys let them go. In the meantime, I'm gonna bring up the chat, and yeah, it looks like they're ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and let these guys go as far as countdown goes. So it has begun. About 15 seconds until they get to hit the start button. See if I can bring up the chat in the background in the meantime. Oh, I guess I probably need to bring up the tracker too. You guys want to know what Robot Master these guys have taken care of, don't you? Got my chat in the background. Got the tracker in the background. All right, we should be good to go. Just waiting for the countdown. Gonna have to sync up the timers. As magnetfirstbro is actually from China. I believe McBobX is somewhere in Europe. So there will be a little bit of time discrepancy. Yeah. And Magnet first is going to start off with Flash stage first, and McBobX doing the same. Oh, looks like somebody in the background got me on the timer. I believe it was Sigma that helped set up this race, so big shout out to him, or her. And, yeah. Alright, and our timers are synced up, good to go. Oh, one shot, 10 cans, pretty good. And both of these guys are opting to grab the extra health. Ooh. Buster Mutant frogs, or the equivalent of a frog. Today it's like a little Met family. The Met throwing his little baby Mets. But those are all just cosmetics, so it's still going to have the vanilla property of the Mega Man 2 enemy of the frog as far as the attack action goes. Alright, but these guys making it to the door roughly 136. So, and they're gonna find a Pikachu. That's Heat Man with the cosmetics of Pikachu. And neither of these guys have weapons yet because this is their first stage, so they're gonna be bustering this guy down. Ooh, and you gotta be careful here because 10 body damage is rough. Don't recall if either one of these guys have grabbed the E-Tank or not. Ooh, magnetfirstbro. Close call, for sure, for sure. But they both do make it through. I didn't see a item. Guys in the chat, please feel free if you guys catch items that I miss to let me know. And early on, we have a stage route divergence here, as Magnet First is going to go to Bubble Stage, and McBobX is in Quick. I'd say McBob might have a little bit of a lead, as he has He was the one to buster down Heatman first in Flash stage. And these heavy buster Joes takes a lot of shots to buster down, but they were giving him a little bit of problems. He got a lucky health drop. I say lucky, I mean, he got a health drop, which was good, you know. Ooh, Magnet First going a little bit too close to the spikes there, which have Mega Man's 1-up sprite as their cosmetic this round. And McBobX making it through the quick beam section, no problem. As he's going to make it to the second boss door here. And we got a jumpy flat, or crash, excuse me. Okay, he's pretty spammy too, throwing a bunch of crash bombs. Oh yeah, you might want to eat that juice box there, McBob, and he does. Very nice. And we're out. And meanwhile, Quickman in bubble stage, Buster's off week, so it's a pretty quick fight there. And he will find Magnet 2, excuse me, Item 2. For his trouble out of bubble stage, and we're just trading places here as magnetfirstbro going to quick stage now, and McBob going to bubble. So McBob does have the opportunity here to pick up a little bit of time since Magnet First took the death there in bubble stage to the spikes. Probably a good 15 to 20 seconds, I would say, as this section is kind of long. Maybe 20 is a little bit too much. 15 to 10, let's say. 10 to 15. And Magnet First actually having to deal with the moles now, and he will pick up that time as he did not take the same death. So yeah, I'd say it's safe to say Magnet First is technically in the lead currently. Excuse me, McBobX is technically in the lead currently. Magnet First on his way down Quickman stage, dealing with them Nyan Cat quick beams. And Buster's off week. Quickman is down for McBobX. He's going to pick up his item 2 now. And finish his bubble stage. We'll see where he goes. It's going to be off the Woodman stage. And ooh, Magnet First. Also, he's gonna have to eat the E-Tank here. And yeah, giving a little bit of trouble, but he's gonna make it out as well. So his Quickman stage is done. And he is also going to be joining McBobX and Wood. So a little bit of order change discrepancy, but they're both meeting up back here in Wood for stage 4. Find a lot of squirms early on and some metal crushers. McBob through the hot dog section, the friender section here. Moving his way past the checkpoint. What song is this? Ooh, I cannot tell you. I really can't hear the music. Let me see if I can turn it up real quick. I do know this song. This is Battletoads. It's a Battletoads song. I was about to pin it as Battletoads Double Dragon, but I don't think it is. I think it might just be regular Battletoads. It might be Battletoads Double Dragon. Yeah, it is Battletoads Double Dragon. Oh, McBob in trouble. Oh, no, that is a big time loss. Unfortunate, too. Those crushers just hide up there. Cheeky crushers. Oh, my goodness. That is majorly unfortunate for McBobX. It is way early on, though. So we'll see if Magnifist gets to see the crusher up there. He does, and he takes it out. And he gets the health drop. So big time scoop for Magnet First as he's making his way into the Woodman boss room. That is, yeah, that's a good lead change there. And Woodman in the Wood boss room, is this even randomized? Buster Soft Week as well. So, see, luckily enough, McBob was a good amount ahead that shouldn't deter him terribly, as he's making his way to the boss room as well. Yes, this is a live semi-final race for the Mega Man 2 Randomizer Tournament 2023 Speedgaming Live. Yeah, we're live. We are live for sure. Oh, the fan fiends and metal here are Buster immune as well, but this leaf shield, Magnet First has found some pretty good uses for it as far as taking out some of the enemy sets we have here in this randomizer seed. Oh, and yeah, McBobX also finding the leaf shield weakness for the crushers, that is. And yeah, find out that this leaf shield's pretty good. Now I did not get to see if they found a weapon coming out, or excuse me, an item coming out of wood. So if you guys saw that, let me know. Otherwise, I'll update it if I see it in their inventory. But yeah, for now, yeah, Magnet First on the back half of metal here. McBobX hitting the checkpoint, having to deal with some Sniper Jomek and Sniper Rose. Ooh, item 2. See, look, I didn't see if Magnet First got to use his item 2 across this section here or not, but that's gonna definitely benefit McBobX getting across there. Yes. So and they do get item 3 in this stage as well. So the names of the weapons are also randomized. It's part of the randomization. It's just a funny thing. They're actually just going to be your typical, ooh, very nice air shooter weakness found by McBobX against that. I believe that was Bubble Man. But yeah, so the weapons are still going to have mostly the behaviors of the vanilla game, although like for instance, Metal Blade you can only have one shot sometimes instead of 3. It can be slower instead of faster, etc. So they are randomized, the attributes, but yeah, that has nothing to do with just the naming schemes. The naming schemes of each are just random, just for fun. So Acid Sword, or like whatever the case may be, you'll see all sorts of random names on the weapon gift screens. But meanwhile, McBobX finding his way to Air Stage, and magnetfirstbro finding his way to Crash. Yes, all the weaknesses are randomized as far as like bosses go, and even enemies have random weaknesses at times as well. Some still carry over vanilla weaknesses, but others, uh, like the frienders, for example, sometimes they can be weak to quick boomerang or etc. etc. You know, instead of just in vanilla, they're weak to air shooter and heat shot, I believe, charged heat. All right, we have a jumpy metal man in airman stage, and McBobX does quick work to take him out, and he is out the stage. No item here, so he's got crash and heat left. Meanwhile, Magnet First at the end of his crash stage, which is a longer stage, so kind of hard to tell if McBob has actually closed that gap that that he had created earlier, that Magnet First created, or both of them really created, I guess. Airman in crash stage. Ooh, don't get hit, because that is, I think, 10 to 15 body damage from Airman. And no item there either, so our final item will be item 1 in the heat stage. And yeah, so both these guys have relatively the same stage. Well, they had the same 3 stages left now. Magnet First has heat and there, and then McBob has heat and crash. Alright, now get to the Chanky Maker first section with the falling crabs. Is magnetfirstbro. McBob has already done that part, and he is on the back half where he is going to use his item 2 to ride across the big pit chasm. Yoku block sections here. And you do have to be careful with these. Magnet First into the pit he goes. So that could be the little time discrepancy that McBobX had lost earlier with his death. Just to be about tied up here. Again, it's hard to tell while they're in the Robot Master stages, especially if they choose different paths. A little bit easier toward the end, but due to the stage length. Well, like I mentioned, McBobX did take a costly death in the wood stage, so it's hard to tell. He's starting Crash Man stage, so we'll see. It's whenever they get to the Wily 1 stage, when they complete their 8 Robot Masters, who gets there first, and we get to play our little game. But regardless, yeah, it could be about tied up just now, in my opinion. Ooh, okay, McBob not. Oh, he did find item 1 in the heat stage. I did mention that, and that should be Magnet First with item 1 there as well. You know, I didn't get to see how Magnet First took care of his elevator section. But item 1 is definitely a good item to have in that section to boost up. You can also do it with item 2, so I'm sure Magnet First probably did that. Although I think I was focused on something else at the time. But regardless, there we go, McBob making his crash climb toward the end here. He's going left side. Yeah, big shout outs to Quantum for a lot of the music you guys hear in the randomizer. It had to be adapted to be used in the Mega Man 2 sound font, and he actually made a program. It's like Fama Tracker to Mega Man 2 converter. So a lot of the Fama Tracker songs that people make or remake on the computer using that program can be converted into the Mega Man 2 sound font using that. So shout outs to him. Bob going to eat an E-Tank for safety, very smart, and he's going to be the first out of your Robot Master stages, finding a soft weakness in there, or maybe even a hard weakness. I wasn't sure. It was hard to tell with the dark color of the life bar Airman had, but yeah, and now Magnet First right on his heels, but you guys know what that means. We are into Wily 1, so we have a little guessing game we play about the dragon in the end of the stage here, where we guess the color of the dragon and we guess the weakness for fun. And for bonus points, if you are familiar enough with a randomizer, you can also feel free to put your cosmetic guess of the dragon in the chat as well. As you see, Snape has kicked us off. He is guessing purple, swag, and bubble. Swag being the swag dragon cosmetic. I will go with, well, I'm technically retired, but if I were to guess, I would say red. How about shades and metal? If you guys are wondering about the cosmetics, we have swag, oats, shades, a new shades dragon with more sleek shades, or you have the older one, or sorry, the older shades dragon with more sleek shades, or you have the newer one with the retro looking shades. And then, of course, you also have a vanilla dragon that could be possible, or a dragon unicorn looking dragon with the unicorn horn, which is the one we got. But he is red, so at least I was right about that. Cool. Bonus points. Camelback, and he's weak to Buster. Very nice. So Dragon is not playing a big role in this time around. Although this is a 2 out of 3 match, so easy come, easy go. There he goes. And we're flying across the spike grid here. Had to pick up I think he picked up some items here, so not sure. Sorry. It's early. But it's early for me. For these guys, it's not. I believe in China it is like 9:30 right now, I think, at night. So Magnet First actually experiencing this run at nighttime, and I believe for McBobX it's 2:30 in the afternoon. So I believe that's he's experiencing an afternoon play session of Mega Man as he is in his semi-final race. These guys are semi-final racing right now. So the semi-finals of the tournament. And McBob gonna make it into Pico first. We'll see what kind of weakness it has. It's not metal. Oh, crash. Very nice. We'll see. And yeah, it doesn't seem like it's that bad of a weakness. I mean, it is one shot, and it wasn't draining that much energy. But McBob is actually searching for another one. 2 shots on the lazy leaf. Ooh, yeah, you might want to. Yep, he does. Okay. Yeah, be careful with that. Go back to crash, my man. I'd probably bubble or quick for the last miss, maybe. Well, he did not try it, and he does indeed go back to crash. Which I don't blame him. He's gotten the 1-for-1 factor out. It is almost 1-for-1, it looks like. So he did, and that is smart, because if it goes 1-for-1 completely, and you don't have the energy, or you miss a shot, then yeah, you could be in trouble. I'd say rather fish early while the Pico units are slower to find a weakness. And speaking of, Magnet first finds a one-shot in overcharged or supercharged heat. So good stuff there. It's also just about 1-for-1. Magnet first used Leaf Shield as well for the first couple Pico blocks. And Magnus first going for his refill. He's also going to need to refill charged heat at some point, or he's going to want to anyway. He might not need to, depends on the weakness. The Boo Beam and the Boo Beam walls. And of course the Wily Machine and the Alien. But I'm sure he'll probably pick some up in the meantime. Meanwhile, no special cosmetics for Gets Tank this time, as we are searching for weakness here, and it's Air Shooter. Yeah, these guys are pretty close, all things considered. And Magnet first also finds Air Shooter. McBob is on his way into Purple Heck, or Purple Hell. He is on his way up, using item 2 to get across the false platform section here, where the false floors are randomized, so it's kind of hard to tell where they are. There is a method to it, at least on the spike screen. You can actually jump in between where the randomized on this screen that Magnet first is on. And but yeah, I mean, item 2 might be a little bit more safe, or item 1, either one. And McBob actually using item 2 across this third spike screen. The second screen used item 3, which is somewhat rare, actually. I don't see a lot of runners doing that. They usually use item 1, and some even cheeky placement with item 2 can get across here too. So you can use any item to boost up this little section here. As see, Magnet first uses item 1. McBob used item 3 there, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. But regardless, McBob finding his way into the Boo Beams. We'll see. The weakness is, don't think it's Leaf. And the way the flicker works here, it's kind of hard to tell. Sometimes I don't think it was metal. Don't think it was Leaf. So he's searching for the wall weakness here. Oh, he does find Leaf for the wall. Okay, and they just weren't for the Boo Beams. He wants to be careful here. He can take one more hit, which he does. Yep. Meanwhile, Magnet first gonna find. Ooh, he's gonna find Air Shooter, and that is faster than McBobX. He was able to find Leaf Shield. And there's Air Shooter, and yeah, he's out. So quick fight to change the lead here. But never to forget, these guys are neck and neck pretty much. Not by much, and not a big lead change. Magnet First is up by a single Robot Master at this point. As we hear Final Fantasy 1 music, helping, I believe. And they are both going counterclockwise. Is that the battle post snake? Yes. Yes, it is. I believe his name is Karnoth? Karnoth player? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Something along the lines of that. No, it starts with a K. Regardless, Magnet First fighting Heat Pikachu, or Pikachu, Heat Man version. And Bob takes 3 pills going into his 5th Robot Master fight. Fight Heat Pikachu, Heat Man Pikachu. And McBob is doing Magnet First is in his 6th. That's gonna be Quick Man. McBob also finding Air Shooter. Pika, Fire type Pikachu. He's like a Alolan variant or something. I don't know. Getting play. Oh, Magnet First actually dropping down instead of going straight into the Wily fight, so that does waste a few seconds. On his way to the last refight, Wily Machine weak to Air Shooter for Magnet First. Still second? No. He's got plenty of E-Tank to handle any situation currently, so I wouldn't expect a death here, and if he's greedy, then he's not. So Air Shooter bubbles for Magnet First out of the Wily Machine. How McBobX takes care of it. He's shooting the Air Shooter here. And Leaf Shield to the second. So Leaf Shield would have probably taken care of both of them. But honestly, Leaf Shield's probably one of the worst weaknesses for a machine to have because it's slow and it's just like at times it's inverted, so you're shooting, jumping, and pressing left while shooting right. It's just an ugly thing to fight with. As far as the machine goes, and we'll see. We've got Wily Contact turning into Wily for the fight. We'll see what the alien will lead to, and Magnet First takes race. McBobX also into his alien fight now. Oh, it was charged speed. That's gonna do it. And the timer, as far as the timers go, timer says 31:57 in Retro. However, 32:09 for his personal timer, so that's a bit strange. That's a pretty big discrepancy. However, McBobX 32:21. for his personal timer, and he will finish with a race room time of 32:21. So that does line up. Alright, and I'm going to set up a race room, guys, for race 2. So, yeah, please be patient as we set up for race 2. And we'll see you in a few. All right. Looks like we are back. Welcome back, Speed Gaming. SGL 2023. My name is Charlie Boy, and this is the Mega Man 2 Randomizer tournament match between McBobX and magnetfirstbro. This is a semi-final match. Round 2. magnetfirst going to take the first one. It was a close race, but I believe deemed by LV Creed in the chat, he was the one that noticed that there was a, well, besides myself, I also noticed the time discrepancy, but I wasn't sure of the cause. But he might be a little bit more awake than I am, because he determined the cause to be perhaps that Magnet First actually jumped the gun as far as the race room timer goes. It was like there's a minus 15-second countdown to make sure the times get synced properly, as far as like people pressing start buttons and last minute fidgets and all that kind of stuff. So and we believe Magnet First actually might have just went whenever the timer started counting down to from 15, which by the syncage here kind of seems that way as well. But regardless, we will resync these timers to match up, and both these guys are off. Magnet First starting to flash, Big Bob starting in quick stage. Yeah, it seems like they both started at the same time. Race needs to be resynced. It's only a 3-second discrepancy, it looks like. So, and I'll be doing that right now. All right, yep, and Magnet First gonna be the first to the boss room, and he's gonna take out Woodman in flash stage. Any items? No items this time. That's an interesting bonus stage palette. I don't think I've ever seen that color variant. Of course, I've seen the palette. I made it, but yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that light blue on white. So pretty neat there. As McBob is heading to Flashman stage. And so path divergence here. I didn't see if McBob picked up an item out of quick. So these are just those are just randomized power-up names. They're not necessarily randomized power-ups. You're still going to get your vanilla behavior, or not your behaviors, but your vanilla weapon set as far mostly. Besides cosmetics and some behaviors. So I mentioned metal as an example. We'll use air shooter this time. Air shooter's vertical speed is like randomized, so sometimes it can go really slow, it can go really fast, it can vertically wrap the screen, it can go horizontally far, it could be one air shooter instead of 3 bullets, as the normal air shooter has 3 bullets, stuff like that. So yeah, just random cosmetic names. It looks like Magnet First taking some time to farm out some health, maybe, which I don't know if I agree with at this point. I believe he's just wasting time, especially since he did have a big drop. There you go. He got his time. He actually despawned a big drop. But what I would do in that situation is jump to the ceiling, and I just go to the boss and take the death. if you don't have enough health to take on the boss, because A, you're in the boss room already. If you're gonna take the death, you're gonna take the death. It's I would say it would take longer to farm that. But regardless, bubble stage down for Magnet. I did not see an item out of Flash, and the bubble stage does have item 2 here. So that's going to go ahead and boost our runners a little bit if the usage is proper. Good song. I like it. Can't tell you what it's from, but I do like it. It's from this randomizer. That's what it's from. Regardless, McBobX finding himself some bubble magnet first, skipping quick stage altogether and going to wood. So, which I kind of like. If you can possibly save like quick or flash for later, you kind of want to do the longer stages first. That way, whenever you get to shorter stages, they go by faster, or so it seems anyway. The gentleman, Happy Coco in chat asks, is game modified of Mega Man? Yes, it is a randomized version of Mega Man 2. So we have a program that you can find in our Discord server that will randomize the bosses, the enemies, the weapon sprites, the enemy sprites, even Mega Man sprite. You can change all sorts of things. You can randomize, make it random. All sorts of things. The placements and everything. And that's what this tournament is based on. We do that. This is the 6th Mega Man 2 randomizer main tournament we've had, starting in 2018. Which we've added cosmetics in the last 3 years, I believe. 2021, maybe the end of 2021 was whenever the cosmetics started showing up. But regardless, yeah, colors have always been randomized, and most of the other stuff has always been randomized too. But yeah, just quality of life improvements over time have been added through new versions, and the original creator Duckfist actually stopped working on the game in 2019, but he made it open source, and some of our community members have picked up development on it. Shout out to Squidman for being the main for on that, and then all the others that have contributed to the development. And Magnet first clutching out against Heatman. That weird Heatman sprite. I think there's like hints of Bomb Man in there. Doesn't work exactly the same as the ROM hack it comes from, which I think might be Rockman 2 Plus. But or one of the newer additions. However, it looks kind of similar. I think there's a little bit more Bomb Man when he's still in the Rockman 2 Plus, but when he's moving, it's always it is that same exact sprite, where with the half of it is like small particles and the other half is big. It's kind of funky looking. But there we go. McBobX gonna take this Robot Master on, and he also is going to find out that he does not have a great weapon to deal with this, so he's gonna have to buster him down, do a long fight. Ooh, but unfortunate. I don't know if he has the E-Tank or not, but he definitely did take a death, which against a long Heatman, that can be kind of costly. At least it was somewhat early on in the fight. Just gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Play it a little bit safer than vanilla. Vanilla Heatman you like to dance with a little bit, as you can kind of react to 30, 60, or 90 frames a bit, but in Randomizer, my suggested strategy would be to be a little bit further away, because he can shoot, he can throw. I did not see an item out of Woodman, but McBobX finishes metal, and excuse me, magnetfirstbro finishes metal and finds item 1. But regardless, yes, I suggest staying away from the Heatman. You still want to stay kind of close, but the further away you are, the better you can react to some of those faster or slower than normal dashes and atomic fire throws that he does. Alright, so Heatman stage for Magnet first. Meanwhile, McBob is in metal. And we also have frogs in the Heatman stage, or the equivalent of frogs. I believe that that enemy's from Mega Man 3. The top man enemy acts different, of course, in this one, because he takes the actions of the frogs from Mega Man 2. But in Top Man stage, I believe he throws little top spinners and they follow the floor. Oh no! Okay, he saved himself this time. Let's say, don't end up in the pit. Alright, McBobX also through metal. He's going to be fighting this seed's equivalent to Bubble Man. He's finding Charge Heat to do a pretty good amount of damage here, so sticking with it. And he's going to make it out. And he's going to get his item 1. Meanwhile, Magnet first into Hornet Man. The Hornet Man fight. It's actually Airman, but it looks like Mega Man 9, or maybe Mega Man 10. No, it's Mega Man 9. Mega Man 9's Hornet Man. Ooh, very nice. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 music. And ooh, little bit early on the jump. Didn't quite get far enough on the ledge. And no pause buffers, so another death from McBobX, unfortunately. As Magnet first finds his way to Quickman stage. Boy, didn't get a good jump there either. That's not good. I wonder if he's having some sticky button issues. That could possibly be a thing. If you don't press the button just right, you don't get the jump sometimes. So that's just any Capcom game in general, really. If you don't press the button just right, you don't get the input. And Magnet first not having to worry about the quick beam section, as he has a time stopper here. I'm still enjoying this flying battery stage music. Sonic 3. Look at it, little data. Alright, looks like McBob has made it through the first half of the stage, and he's on his second half. Meanwhile, Quickman stage is now down for Magnet first.
Oh, you know what? Like Bob did do bubble, I'm pretty sure. I didn't get to mark that. Quick man stage down for Magnet First. I didn't see a weapon, so he needs air. Magnet First did do heat already. I'm falling behind on the tracker, guys. I'm so sorry. It's early. I'm tired. Excuse me. 2 stages left for Bob, which is going to be metal and crash, which is also pretty equivalent to what Magnet First has, as he has air and crash. And I'd say, oh, sorry, there's Heatman stage too. Apparently, he did do metal stage, so he's got heat and crash. Okay, never mind. If he were to have had metal and crash, that'd be the more ideal situation. So, but regardless, Magnet First making his way through air. So somebody asked in chat, what is the randomization for the goblin? I'm paraphrasing. He didn't use those words, but so the goblin sprite for the air goblin or the air tiki comes from a ROM hack called Cutman's Bad Scissors Day. So from what I understand, it took inspiration from President George Bush, kind of like a joke or a meme before a meme, I guess. Creation, I suppose, as Cutman Bad Scissors Day ROM hack was made in 2006, I think it was. So right after Bush era, or no, actually, no, it was during Bush's presidency, I guess. Politics, yeah, gross. Anyway, looks like Magnet First gets out of air stage, no problems, and I guess item 3 would be whacked and crash here, and McBobX also taking out that airman goblin. So now you can see the difference, because both of our guys have gotten 8 robot masters or 7 robot masters done. They're both gonna crash left, and yeah, you can see the differences, how far they are apart currently. As Magnet First is on the elevator section, McBobX is making his climb up, and Magnet First has hit the checkpoint. And he's gonna save two item ones to kind of boost up this left side ladder section. Yes, more Final Fantasy music. I'm not. I guess that's what. I'm not terribly familiar with this song. I mean, I'm familiar with it here in the randomizer, but I'm not familiar with the vanilla game it came from. If that makes sense. So I'm not sure exactly which Final Fantasy this came from, or what section of the game. Maybe you guys can. It's 5. Okay. I haven't played 5, so that's why. Very nice. Alright, Crashman in Crash Stage. Is this even randomized? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and sneak off and grab some coffee right quick, while you guys can guess the color of the dragon in the stage. So guess the color, the weapon weakness, and oh look, it's a Bobo. Color, weapon weakness, and the dragon sprite, and I will be right back. All right, I made it. So did you guys get your dragon colors in the chat? I see some guesses. Blue regular Kame. Okay. That's Kame is a veteran of the Mega Man 2 randomizer. He hadn't been around much this year, but very well known in the community for his Buster only gameplay. Proto-Man Dragon weak to Crash. I'm gonna go Yellow Dragon. We'll say it was Dragon Corn last time, so I'll just say Oats Dragon. And weak to Bubble. Why not? I say, yeah, the gap, all things considered, with those 2 deaths on Airman stage, isn't terribly big. Oh look, it was Swag Dragon this time, and kind of a vanilla-ish color palette, minus red replacing blue. He might actually do Bubbles. You know, in old patches, that hit that the Magnet First just took up in the air like that on the back platform, he would have been dead in old patches. But this patch, you can actually pause buffer and reset your fall. Oh no, McBob takes the death to the dragon. Unfortunate. But yeah, this patch you can actually kind of cancel your knockback by pausing. By pausing. Yeah, unfortunate death for McBobX there. Now he's kind of hoping that Magnet First makes some sort of mistake, or farms for E-Tanks in the middle of one of the two. You know, any time losses that Magnet First can have right now, that's what McBobX is doing. Currently, I would imagine. That's an unfortunate death to take. One of the more timely deaths, not the most timely death, though. You can say that people have actually come back and win 1 matches after taking death to the dragon in the past. But the randomizer is a cruel mistress sometimes, so I mean, it all depends on what's coming up in the next couple stages, as McBobX is going to finish his dragon fight. Alright, Magnet First is into the Pico boss. Oh, finds a lazy leaf. And of course, you call it the lazy leaf because if it's a one-shot leaf shield, then you can kind of just hit the middle and let it rock. You don't have to move. You get a break for a boss almost. Well, you do have to move, but because of when they form, sometimes they're knocking the leaf shield away, or it's taking your health as well. But it's a little bit easier or lazier of a fight than if you were to be searching for weapons and having to react. Magnet First does know the wall weaknesses, so that's definitely a plus to have. Also, of course, depending on what weaknesses the blue beam is in level 4 or wireless stage 4. Kool-Aid Tours. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm not making funny comments on the sewer water. My bad. Usually we do. Ooh, McBob's been hit by another Teal block. And we got the Technodrome. Oh, using the lazy leaf. Now he's got to find the next weakness. He's got one block left. Okay, go ahead and take the tank. Wisely takes it. There we go. And Bubble is going to finish off Pico for McBob. Meanwhile, Magnet first making it out of that tank. I did not get to see the weakness he used. But he did indeed make it out, which is the more important thing. In a timely fashion. Alright, we'll see how McBob deals with the Technodrome against tank. As Magna First is on his descent through Wily 4. Fight Screens of Doom. Little air shooter, but yeah, he was getting close to death there. He did take an extra hit, so he would have died with 2 extra hits. Alright, Adam 2 to go across. Fight Screen 3, the most the hardest one, question mark? The most annoying one? That's more like it. The most costly one. Alright, got some crushers to bust her down on the way to Boo Beams, and doesn't quite get that one. Gets hit by that one. Alright, we're here. We do know the wall weakness, so while we did, maybe he forgot. Oh, no, it's Crash. I thought it was Air Shooter for some reason. He does get the double shot. That's nice. Alright, checking metal. It's not going to be Crash because the wall weakness was Crash. We're looking for Leaf. Bubble. Take safety. Think it's going to be quick boomerang this round. Oh, no, that boomerang art is deceptively, how you say, it looks like it'll hit deceptively, but it won't. As far as curving around there. Sometimes it will, but that time it didn't. Alright, McBob finding his way through Spike Screen 3. No death there, so always a plus. And Magnet Burst on his refight. You can tell by the time by the time McBobX gets done with the Boo Beam fight, then that's going to be about the time discrepancy Magnet First and McBobX for the lead, if you will. So 2 Robot Masters down at least. Three down. Alright, McBob's gonna find the wall weakness is Crash Bomb. Alright, 4 down for Magnet First, and no weakness hunting yet. Oh, now he's going to. Oh, he finds air shooter, and look at that. That's a great weakness there. Oh, nice, and the crash bomb shot for Woodman there. Wow, good stuff. Meanwhile, McBobX does find his way through. Oh, he's also trying to wrap around. It's not working for him. He's gonna find out he's gonna need to go up there. Oh no. Take a bit of extra time, and that's all 8 Robot Masters for Magnet First on the refights. So Magnet First going to the machine, meanwhile McBobX going to his refight, going into his refight. So that's probably about a 2.5 minute, 3 minute time difference there. And like Leaf Shield to finish off the machine while McBobX does cardio with Metal Man in the water. Yeah, at this point, you're kind of hoping that that Magnet First died to the machine a couple times to kind of give McBobX to close the gap, but since he didn't, it's pretty telling that I mean, yeah, Magnet First pretty much is race to lose as he's on victory road here. And 31:49 by his personal timer. 31:52 by the racetime.gg timer. So get your GGs in chat for Magnet First Bro. He's going to be moving on to grand finals to take on yours truly. So good games to him. GGs for sure. We'll get that on the schedule as soon as possible. Meanwhile, we'll stay with McBobX here as he continues with Robot Masters. Let's see if Magnet First has not come into the booth yet to give any thought or anything, but he's more than welcome to do so. Alright, I did send out the invitation through a Discord ping, or a direct message ping, so we'll see what happens. Regardless, McBob is on his machine fight, finds air shooter for the first phase. And he does find Leaf Shield for the second phase. Yes, there is a bronze match for this year's tournament. I believe top 3 get to get paid. So the bronze match will determine who will take that 3rd place spot, and that match will be between McBobX and Snape, our 2 semifinalists that were not able to make it through to grand finals. So shout outs to them. So that match still needs to be scheduled, but as well as the grand final match, which yeah, two matches in this year's tournament left, guys, and then so that's pretty much it. besides, of course, any mini tournaments that happened in the off-season events or whatnot. And McBobX is gonna find Blue Shield, and he's gonna finish off with racetime.gg time of 34:51. GG's in chat. Who are runners?
Hey, hello.
Hey, welcome, McBobX. How are you?
I'm good. GG's to Magnet First. That's a good race. In general, I guess.
Yeah, you did really well. Both of you guys did pretty good. First match was pretty close, all things considered. You did have that death on Woodman. First took a death on Heatman and Bubbleman stage on that race.
Wow.
So yeah, you guys were actually really close. As far as everything went, you are pretty synced up. He entered the alien first. You entered maybe 5 or 10 seconds. 5 or 10
Yeah,
seconds
I think
behind him. Something like
probably. That. Yeah, probably. Well, I've seen the time. It was like 29:09 for him, and it was 29:22, if I'm not mistaken. Well, something like that. So it's about 13 seconds difference, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think what happens is maybe due to the language barrier there, because he is a Chinese runner. He does understand English somewhat, like as far as us talking, but I don't know how he comprehends it, or how well he does comprehend it, or exactly. So I'm thinking what was happening was maybe he was starting when the timer started in racetime.gg, when it started to count down. I think that might be when he was starting his race instead of on 0. However, yeah, even with that, unfortunate, we were able to convey the message for race 2 that, hey, you need to start on 0.
Yeah.
And even
it can be something like that.
Yeah,
at least like.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, at least like when the restream shows the correct timing, so that's I think that's it's overall it's fine. Like still, 32:09. Well, I think the race time was about 31:52 or so, right? So it's kind of that 15 seconds difference is what.
So race time, he ended at 31:57, I believe it was, in race time or something around those lines, and then his personal timer said 32:09, which is about a 13, 14, 15 second difference, which is the countdown in race time.
True. Yeah.
Yours was, I believe, 32:21, something like that. So you
yeah.
were about 10 to 15 seconds behind him, regardless, even with that. Discrepancy, but it's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I tried.
He better not do that for grand finals. I'm gonna smack him. No, I'm gonna get Creed and Tucker and Bull to throw down the hammer or something, man.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sure it's not gonna happen again.
Yeah.
It's pretty like, I know the feeling when you see like he finished first and you finished second, and maybe the difference is like 6-7 seconds, and you think, okay, well, there's no tie here, for example, and it's just a loss. But then again, you may actually feel like, if you didn't see that, like if you see that, you will be ending up releasing your guard and just get, it's gone, I'm losing, and then you lose pretty much enough time to make you actually losing the race, rather than just, okay, it's just a technical issue, well, I should keep going. So kind of these things may like make the nerves and stuff, so I know that feeling.
Yeah, always finish your races no matter what. Like, especially if they're close. I mean, if you're in Wiley 4 still and they finish the race, then yeah, sure. I mean, if you feel like, hey, just to move on to the next race, whatever, get this seed. I had trouble on this seed, whatever. Get it out of the way. That's understandable, but
True.
I mean, if you're like right there on Alien or something, always finish your aces, or like even in if you're still in the refights, or whatever, because you never know what could happen on the other screen, right? Like
Yeah.
So, like time discrepancies like this can happen, So, but
True.
no, GG's regardless. Both of you guys had a great race. It was fun to commentate. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning here. It was like 7:30 that I had to wake up to do it. But hey, I'm happy. I'm usually up this early sometimes, and then other times I'm not. But
yeah, it depends. Time zones. Like, for him is like the range he gave me for the race is probably also not available for me. That's like midnight, like really the night for me. So I couldn't do it. But yeah, it's just time zones. Blame the time zones.
I know, man. But
yeah.
GG. Regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, anything you got? Any thoughts on the seed in particular that?
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't actually say bad seeds. They were really good seeds. It's just I didn't play well. I think the deaths. Well, no. I'm not sure, but correct me on that. But I think there was a bug on Woodman on first seed, because if you notice, I took damage multiple times from pretty much nothing, and I assume that's the hitboxes of invisible tin cans there. I'm not sure if it's a bug or something, but
yeah,
I think
that has been known to happen. Is like I guess maybe with the shot of the tin can, like shooting the tin cans. Sometimes they zip off the screen and stuff, and then like the hitbox wraps around, or sometimes they also have lingering hitboxes similar to the crushers. If you shoot a crusher the crushers aren't intended to be shot, but when you do shoot the crushers, they'll have a lingering hitbox that we haven't figured out how to deal with yet as developers. So
yeah, that's it. I think it exists in the vanilla game, but I'm not sure if it to that extent, because in Metal Man, if you like, I just recently like played Buster Only Vanilla, and in Metal Man there's that streak of tin cans, but the first one, because there are like multiple clown enemies, the first one, if you kill it too close, the hitbox doesn't disappear quick. It's as if you, like, when you try to walk and then the walk becomes slow. You're not actually slow, but it's just the animation slow. So it's kind of the same thing. The hitbox disappearing becomes slow as well, and so you still take damage even though the enemy was killed or is no longer there. So I think that's kind of what I believe reflected here, maybe due to randomizer code. I'm not sure. I'm just like saying things.
No,
but
that sounds about right. I mean, I've definitely seen my fair share of people getting hit by phantom hitboxes, whether it be crushers or tin cans. Either way,
yeah.
Like, you kill them, you get them off the screen, and you're going forward like one would in a speed run, and smack. or even random.
Yeah.
Like, man, it sucks. Especially so, like, every time I kill. Maybe not tin cans as much, but every time I kill crushers, I usually stand there for at least a full second before moving forward.
Just to make sure that it's off screen. Yeah, it happens. I think other than that, for me, both races were fine. It's just me, like, I didn't play well, especially on Airman. Like the first death, again, I died in Woodman boss, which is Heat. That one is on me. I just didn't want to have like to use the E-Tank. Again, I went greedy and I thought that I can dodge it and eventually died. But on Airman, it's just me, like I slipped from the block and I fell off, and I realized it later, then I paused. So once that happened, yeah, I just like I wanted to jump, and then it's kind of input drop. You know, the fan fiends there, the birds and all that. It was a big mess there, and I slipped. Like, yeah, the second that I slipped, and the first that I actually jumped thinking that I will make it to the platform, but I didn't, and so I fell off. So it's kind of 2 deaths in a row just because of misplay. I'd say my misplay there. It is what it is. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it happens. Especially in like Capcom games. There's like the game will eat your input every now and then and stuff. I'm not saying that's
True.
what happened exactly here. I did blame that on the second death on your airman death. The game just ate his input. Definitely.
Yeah. It happens. I think in multiple games. Like from my experience, it's like Mega Man 4 and X3. We're suffering from that. Like, it's just hard to really deal with those like input drop. It's just insane. But yeah, I think maybe something like that happened. But yeah, it's just like didn't jump. As for like the death in Wily 1, that as well, I thought that the HP is enough to take one more hit. I wanted to milk that HP as much as I can, then I can use the E-Tank. I saw the HP and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna die from there. It's not greed actually, like thinking that I'm not gonna take damage. It's just I wanted to take damage intentionally, except that I didn't want to use E-Tank there. I want to take damage, then I use E-Tank, but I think my calculations were bad. And I died. So that was like the demise of my race.
Hey, it happens. It does happen. But hey, I'll say this: when in doubt, and you have E-Tanks, use them.
Use them. That's the rule from here on out.
yeah. Like using the E-Tank, people in the community told me this a long time ago. They're like, using the E-Tank is way faster than taking the death. So if you have any doubt in your mind that you are about to die, like, don't play with fire. You'll get burned.
And I did. I burned from the dragon's fire.
Yeah. But
yeah, it is what it is.
Good games to you regardless. You'll be in the bronze match versus Snape. Is your next match or your final match.
I'm looking forward to it.
So
yeah, I'm glad that I'm playing all matches regardless. Just making it to the semifinals is a good thing. I never expected this to happen or to be from the top 4 players, regardless of the final rank. It's just awesome. I'm happy with this. I'm happy. Like, probably this is the first time I'm doing well in a randomized game, I'd say. So yeah, I'm actually I'm proud.
We encourage everybody from all communities to join in, but especially if you have any sort of Mega Man experience, we try our best as a randomizer community to like encourage everybody to just play this game. It's really good, and like, I mean, the skills kind of transfer over a little bit, and like, especially from vanilla, if you're any sort of vanilla Mega Man runner, like, you can have a good time. You can do well in this tournament.
Yeah, it's like Zipless gameplay, I'd say, or experience did help a lot here, considering the routing, the layout stages, like knowing where I can use items. That did definitely help a lot in the matches and stuff.
Right on. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're glad to have you, and hopefully I get to see you in the future. I don't know if I'll be able to talk to you as far as the bronze brace goes. I'm not sure if I'll be commentating that or not. So if not, then hope to see you next year or at some of our events that we do during the year or whatever the case may be. But yeah, you did great this year, regardless.
Thanks.
And good
I
luck.
was okay. Here's one thing. I was wishing to I was talking to Snape about this. If I won this race, just a fun fact. If I won this match, I would have my rematch against you, and Snape will have his rematch against magnetfirstbro. So, we would be creating this like really awesome scenario where we do rematches. It's just awesome, but I tried. I couldn't. It is what it is. Sometimes it just doesn't work.
Hey, Magnet First isn't really a chump, Like I seen him last year, and I think Yeah, last year was his first year in the tournament, and last year's rules were a bit different. We had like a kind of runner choice style tournament where player 1 chose one rule set, player 2 chose the next one, and then it would default to any percent for a race 3. And he did pretty well in that while he was in the tournament. However, he was disqualified because, and I'm thinking that's more due to a language barrier, because we weren't sure. Like, we would catch him in the stream chat, and we'd have to tell him, "Hey, you can't do that." And
Yeah.
we caught him. We caught him doing multiple inputs, like left plus right zips and stuff, which aren't allowed, you know, and also auto fire. But finally, I think we got the point across, because he is following the rules this year, so that's very good.
Yeah, it's just yeah, I think, like you said, it's just language barrier. It's sometimes like you know, people have like
Even then, the point I was trying to make was the fact that he was doing really well with or without that. You know, like
true.
some of those little things, those little time saves he was catching from like auto fire or whatever. I mean, now he's not using it, or so it seems. So, and he's got his input on screen, so we can see it.
Yeah.
But regardless, he was doing
like,
good time.
Yeah, his from what I saw, he's definitely like having really good times, regardless in randomizers, like just from the PBs he gets and all that. So he's a good randomizer player. I was expecting such, you know, I was expecting him to win, and I was expecting a little bit closer race. But you know, it like game 2 was hard a bit. I mean, I was expecting for him to do well like that, so I was calling it. He's a tough opponent, and yeah, I just tried, like I said, to play well and see if I can do something, and it is what it is.
Yeah,
as always.
I honestly didn't know what to expect. I know both you guys are good runners. I've been watching you guys all tournament. You've got some pretty good times. So I wouldn't expect.
Thank you.
I didn't know who to expect that I was going to fight against or anything like that. I had no idea. It's cool that it worked out how it did, but it's also also would have been cool that it worked out the other way. So,
yeah,
you know, yeah. I mean, that would have been cool to get rematches from the group stage, me and you, and then Snape and MagnetFirst. But it would also, it's also cool that. I get to take on MagnetFirst, as you know, last year we did have to kind of disqualify him, and this year we haven't had to do that. So I'm glad to see him get to his full potential, I guess, quote unquote.
Yeah, and also going all the way up to finals is awesome. That's cool.
Yeah. But regardless, good luck moving forward. Good luck in your bronze match. I will get my match with MagnetFirst on the schedule shortly, hopefully, and we will do our grand finals match.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to try to wait until after you guys. Actually, I might have to end up doing it early because I'm having a personal issue with internet.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you better deal with that.
Yeah.
Better soon than later.
Yeah. I was thinking, in an ideal world, we'd like to see grand finals after the bronze match, but depending on schedules and stuff, I might have to do it before. So.
Yeah, good luck. Hope everything is good for you. On the internet.
We're about to switch internet services shortly, so while we're on the one that I know that's good, we better hurry up and get it done, I think. But
true.
Nevertheless, good games to you. Good games to MagnetFirst.
Thank you.
Good luck moving forward.
Good luck to you too.
Yep. Sorry.
I said good luck to you too on the finals.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. But big shout outs to Speedgaming for having us. Shout outs to all the developers and everybody in the community that either A, joined the tournament, or B, worked on the game, etc. I look forward to the last 2 matches of this year's tournament coming up shortly, within the next week or so. Just keep an eye out on the schedule, keep an eye out on our Discord, and anything else you got to add before we take off, McBob?
Yeah, I mean, likewise. Thank you so much for hosting the tournament. Thank you for watching, Chad. Thanks to Speedgaming for hosting. Thank you for commentating. Thank you to everyone, LV Creed, I guess, for tracking, and for everything. I'm not sure who did the tracking, but thanks. For like Creed was with us, like dealing with all the technical issues and all that. Everything. Thank you so much, and yeah, I'm glad. I'm like glad being here as well. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, big shout outs to Creed in the background as well. He kind of oversaw the match, even though I was the one that set it up and did the tracking and all that good stuff. He kind of helped in the background by putting an extra set of admin eyes on it, if you will. So that always helps, regardless. So,
True.
Yeah,
Definitely, yeah. Yep.
Big shout outs to everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed the races, and we'll see you for bronze match and for grand finals very soon.
Yep. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching. See you guys. Later on.
See ya.